Hello everyone, I'm YooperTrooper and welcome to the YooperCraft server. So this is a server that I started out probably quite a few months ago already to hang out with my friends and play Minecraft online, which I really enjoy doing. Got a lot of my inspiration for wanting to play Minecraft and liking this game from the YooperCraft server, and all those guys over there. Really enjoy watching all their videos. I would encourage checking out YooperCraft if you get a chance. So as I mentioned, we've been playing on this server for quite a few months already. We do have established bases and lots of items and all that kind of stuff. As you might be able to see in my inventory here, we've already got elytras and diamond enchanted armor and that kind of stuff. I do have a bunch of my stuff here named with kind of some goofy names that I enjoy. Do have all good tools and that kind of stuff already. So we're not really getting a fresh start to the server, so to speak, but this is going to be my start to hopefully making a few videos from this server. We'll see how things go and see how people like it as we go along. So I'll start out just kind of giving a basic tour of some of the stuff we've got going already here. So this is my base right here. As you can see, YooperTrooper's hillside hideaway, and I'm up on top of the hill here. This is kind of our little community area that we've started up. As you can see, we've got another base over here. Someone's building down there. There's a couple people over way on that edge, over the hill there. And off in the distance in different directions, we got something else going up over here. So coming into my base, I'll give you a little tour of this area here. I've got my storage here, which, like I said, came from an idea on YooperCraft. This was partially what Iskele85 did with his storage system on the season 5 of YooperCraft. So I like that idea. Use that in here. And come down in here, I have basically this little balcony area here where I have window going out onto the side out here, so you can see out to the lighthouse that I believe Aquahusky built, and some other stuff going out there. I have my enchanting setup over here, which I don't really use a whole lot because I do have an end farm in the end that gives me a lot more XP, and I have an enchantment table and that kind of stuff out there as well. So don't use this a whole lot, but it was here since pretty early on in the game, so I kind of like to keep there. I think it looks pretty cool even if I don't use it too much. Go down to this section here. I got another balcony, overlooks kind of the little community area with the rivers, and look out over the ocean and that kind of thing. The future expansion of my base is work in progress down here. Right now I've got all the way down to bedrock. I've got a big hole dug where I've got a bunch of work going on down there that I have a bunch of big plans for, really, and I'll probably show you guys that at a later point in time. But for now, I'm going to head off and show you a few other things on the server that I think you would like to see off the beginning, just to kind of catch everyone up with where we're at for progress. Alright, so it might not be perfect, but I'd kind of like to show you things that we've done in order on the server as we went through the first few things. So one of the first projects I worked on here was this mob farm I built out in the ocean here. So basically just built a couple of spawn platforms for hostile mobs to get gunpowder and arrows and all that kind of stuff. So we've got a bunch of mobs actually flowing in right now, which is perfect timing. So just a pretty simple mob farm with a clock up on top of there that I can take you back up and show you. So this is a really cool idea that I liked and used for this one. I'm actually using a minecart with some cobwebs as my timer for the water in this system, because a lot of the other timers with hoppers and that kind of stuff sometimes will have issues when you unload and load different chunks and things like that. So when you fly away or go away, you'll have issues with timers, but this one has worked really well. I haven't had any issues with it breaking or anything like that, and it gives me a really good timing. So alright, the next thing on my list here is over at spawn, and this is an iron farm that I built fairly early on. I guess it wasn't too super early, but I built a double layer, I guess you could call it, iron farm here. this design that I used, I originally watched a tutorial from DocM77 for this one. Basically, it's just I believe it's just a single village with multiple villagers and multiple doors. Um, don't know too much of the details behind how that goes, but I did build 2 of them up here to increase the spawn rates a little bit, and then kind of decorated this little island here with a drop shaft for the golems to fall in and burn in the lava and give us lots of iron that way. Let's see, I should be able to get into here from this side, a little hidey hole. So we are getting some iron in here. We've got all kinds of poppies building up. So that was one of the next things I did build on this server, was the iron farm. Alright, so we're riding along the minecart rail here in the nether that I used to get all the villagers over to the spawn chunks from the village breeder that we built up. So we do have a village breeder on the server as well that I will show you in a little bit here. But I just kind of wanted to show you that we've been through different parts of the nether here and explored with a few tunnels and that kind of thing to try to connect some stuff up to make it a little easier to get around. And right now I'm going to take this tunnel all the way down here to the end, and I'll show you what we got going on out there. Alright, so here we are in the end. As you can see, we've fought the dragon a few times, have some different end gateways built up and that kind of thing already. I can show you a little bit more of that in a minute here maybe. But first I want to take you down to the Enderman farm that I built pretty early on in the server. Actually, I think I built this before the iron farm and some other stuff. So like I said, it might not be perfectly in order, but just kind of want to give everyone an overview of what we got going on so far. So this Enderman farm is nowhere... Oh, okay, let me turn this down for a second. This Enderman farm was basically built purely for function, not trying to make it look good or anything like that. I just wanted to get, a bunch of XP as fast as I could. So, got a little 3-wide killing chamber here with some crafting benches. Like I mentioned before, we got a full enchanting setup in the middle here, so we can sit here, get lots of XP, and enchant up some good stuff. Got an ender chest, a few other chests with some leftover books and ender pearls, that kind of stuff, and some anvils so that we can fix up our things when we come out here. So basically just right now completely for function, not trying to make it look pretty or anything like that. So I'll head out to the main island here and show you what else is going on out there. Excuse me, sir. Oh, okay, never mind. Run away. Alright, so out on the main island in the end here, like I said before, we have a few end gateways open. We have fought the dragon several times. Got the portal open right now. Someone was out here growing some chorus fruit, it looks like. So that's going on. I've been using the bottom part of this here to actually kill withers in. So I've been using that trick where you put down a few soul sand and spawn the wither horizontally, and then his head gets stuck in the bedrock here, and then you can just super easily kill the withers. So I will probably show that off in another episode in the future, hopefully. Just kind of wanted to point that out real quick, and then we will head off to some more stuff here. Alright, so over in this area we started out with a very basic sugarcane farm here, so we could get lots of sugarcane to make paper for firework rockets to go along with the mob farm, getting lots of gunpowder so we can make all kinds of rockets to fly around with our elytras and all that. So like I mentioned before, I built the iron farm. I built up this village breeder with the help of Aqua Husky. Me and him worked together and built up this thing. This section here is pretty much just a little area here. We have 2 villagers, and we have a little smart dispenser here where we shoot food at the villagers so they continue to breed. So we have a few things stored away in here from when we were working on that. And we have them, that little water stream there brings these guys over into this room here. Is actually where we were originally storing all our villagers, so we kind of sort through them and see which ones we like and which ones we don't to get the good trades on these guys. And then if we like them, we put them in this hole here, takes them over to our villager dance club we got going on over here. So this is another thing that Aqua Husky and myself working on together, building up this club. So this is still a work in progress that we really need to finish soon here, because we started this a long time ago and haven't really finished it off yet. So got quite a bit of work to do yet. And then this is kind of going to be the employee only, you know, backstage type of entrance here, where we can come down and we have our mending villager, which is, we got really lucky and got him on the first book. So we've got mending villagers, we've got a couple other guys, I think some silk touch. I don't know what these other guys have right now, but let's go in there and check them out. We got feather falling guy. I don't know what this guy has, but he's a cartographer. Okay, so we're starting to get some good villagers now that we got mending and that kind of stuff, getting us started. Alright, so I'll head back towards my base here and we can show you off some of the other stuff I've got going on, but there's a couple other things I just want to bring up, that other things that I added. This is basically a vanilla server, although besides the fact that I did add the single player sleeping command block setup that Azumavoid has a tutorial for, so I implemented that on the server. I also implemented the dragon to drop an elytra every time it's killed, which is another thing that came from Azumavoid. He's got a tutorial on that, I believe. And the last thing that I just recently added was Izuma's latest setup with the custom loot tables that has the different mob heads in it. So do have a few little tweaks on it just to make the server a little bit more fun, but other than that, it is basically just a vanilla server. So alright, now I want to go and show you guys the big project I've been working on. It does need a lot of work yet, but this is basically the entrance into the bottom part here. So this is the work in progress that I've been mentioning a little bit here, that is eventually going to be the majority of my base. So I want to do a really big base build down here, and just do really big walls with different layers and depth, and I kind of want to have this be like a bigger open space in the bottom here, and then as you go up maybe 10 or 15 blocks, it's gonna bump in a little bit and then go up some more and then bump in and then kind of end up at like the shape of this drop tunnel up here. So then as you go lower, it'll kind of expand out and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then down at the bottom here I'll have different little branches that branch out to different farms and different all kinds of other stuff. So we got tons of mobs down here. It's like basically a mob farm on its own already. So creepers and all kinds of stuff been blowing me up down here and breaking my chest and everything. So I've been doing a whole bunch of digging down here with this beacon, but I still got a whole bunch more to go. One of the other farms I started out already is I built a small slime farm over here. So I've got just a few layers here with some water at the bottom, so the slime will randomly walk to the edge and then they'll fall down. Apparently some zombies get in here every now and then too, I guess. So they'll walk down and get flown into the center here and get killed by the magma blocks, and then got this minecart system here that picks up the slime balls. So got a little slime farm going in the corner. Actually I have a couple other slime chunks within this whole base area here, so getting all kinds of cool stuff like that. So that's basically my plan for what's going on so far on this server, and try not to get blown up by more creepers. If you like the ideas that I've got going on here, and you think this sounds like it'd be a cool series to watch, please let me know. I'd like to get some feedback on this to see if I should continue to make some more videos like this, or if people would just think it's boring. So definitely like to hear any feedback that anyone would have, and I'll try to get another episode out soon to do some more building and farms and progress like that, to give a little better idea of what the projects I'll be working on will be. So let me know if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.